Okay, so welcome to the...
Red River Gorge commentary. Red River Gorge Part 2.
So we're going to start on 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Go. So yeah, I actually put together this teaser, basically found all the cool looking shots, and like, the foggy atmosphere just fits that hipster, moody hipster tone perfectly.
Hipster's not the first word that came to my mind, but I guess if you admit it.
What was the first word that came to your mind?
I didn't like nothing. Actually, I didn't actually like have a word for it, but
I love this part because you can actually hear like some drops, and in the trailer of this episode, that's where Journey into the Known starts coming in, and it actually meshed really well with the random song I put in there.
So, Thomas would of course be a part of this commentary, but he's in Texas. So we've got our Greedo shirts on. Next time, he will be there with us with the Greedo shirt. So I guess
the jorts. The jorts.
Yeah, the jorts. We should talk about that at some point.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Do we still have him here? Did we give him?
I gave it to him.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got the jorts?
We got the jorts, and I did give it to him.
They're like actual hiking jorts.
They're hiking jorts? That's funny.
So who was driving? Who was filming? You were filming? Thomas was driving?
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, yeah, that's the only
Thomas
original.
always likes to drive, so.
Yeah, what a... I'm glad he's a weird masochist.
Yeah, actually, when you went on that road trip, I was telling someone that you went on, and they were like, "Oh man, I don't envy that driving." I was like, "Actually, my brother's probably doing no driving at all."
Was that the same tunnel just now? Oh yeah, this guy.
Okay, so the full story, this guy's named Ron Mueller. Awesome guy. We were at the Shell Station, the iconic Shell Station, when you first enter Red River Gorge. We're checking out. Maybe we weren't checking out, but anyway, Ron comes up and goes, "Thomas, Robby," or he said Adventure Archives, I can't remember. Point is, he introduced himself, and he's like, "Oh yeah, blah, 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 watch this." And then we go outside, and we're filling up gas. Maybe we were already outside, I don't care. But he was like, "Oh, that's great, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, we're like, "Oh yeah, he's going to Skybridge Station." He's like, "I'm going to Skybridge Station first to get my attitude adjusted." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "To have a beer." And that's exactly where our trailhead was. And that road was closed, so we stopped right at that closed.
Yeah, so you're walking on the road right now.
Yeah, you can normally drive up that road, but it was closed. And because they were doing some construction or maintenance at the end. Anyways, we had already separated from him. It's like, "Oh, it's great to see you, blah, blah, blah." And then since he was going to Skybridge Station, he knew where we were going. He was like, "Oh, that's right here." So he came over, pulled up, and was like, "Oh, I just wanted to give you guys these meals." So he gave us those packet gourmet meals that you see later in the episode.
And one of which we eat at Grayson.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, fun fact, this episode, even though it released before the episode in Shawnee State Forest, was actually filmed a week after.
Oh, right, yep.
And that and Grayson were all filmed in succession, right? More or less?
More or less.
It was like over the course of like 4 weekends, right?
Yeah.
You guys did like Shawnee, and then wait, did you do Shawnee first or second?
First.
So you did Shawnee, and then I think there was one break. Mm-hmm. No, there wasn't even. And then we did Red River, and then we did Grayson.
Yeah.
So that road, that was 3 miles that you just saw on video, from the start of the car to this.
Nuts. It's funny how it just... I don't even think of it.
When you walk on a road, so easy. It's so much easier than hiking on a trail. It looks like he's got a whole bunch of bananas on his chest.
Got a whole bunch of bananas. I ain't got nothing for answers.
I got a bunch of bananas.
Like really overripe bananas. I still don't... What are those circles on his gloves? I still don't get that.
They're just
clasp them together?
cinchers for
Oh.
yeah.
So why weren't you guys able to join us on the first day?
I had work. I couldn't take the time off for work
Oh, okay.
because I had taken the time off the following week for Grayson.
So this was and then Andrew went with you so that you didn't have to drive by yourself.
Yeah.
Right. It would have. I think it just made for better to have 2 and 2 rather than 3 and then just one person show up.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think of this episode as being mostly you and Thomas, but we actually show up halfway through. I think, like time-wise.
Oh, really?
I think so. Maybe it's a little less than that.
Yeah. Because the me and Thomas section, I feel like it ends pretty quickly. This was an interesting episode. It turned out pretty well.
Also, this was Thomas's first time to Red River, right?
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is one of the reasons why we went back.
Yeah.
caves like these are usually good shelter from the rain.
yeah.
That rock bridge is really cool. Like when we first went to Daniel Boone, we had planned to get all the way to Rock Bridge.
Right. That's the one we're about to see where you guys eat.
Yeah.
And fitting for the
Yeah, that was a
moist
great shot,
atmosphere,
too.
we came across an
Yeah, it's
old
funny because this is
mushrooms.
this combines like trails from 2 episodes basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
That must
twofer.
have felt like a heck of a journey.
Yeah, it did. I like that feeling too.
Then, as we skirted by a stream, some light rain started falling.
Like more and more, I feel like long-range trails have started to reveal their appeal to me.
Yeah.
But the rain was nothing compared
Well, how were you
to
guys
rushing
feeling about the
from a
weather
nearby
when this
cascade.
happened? Like, were you nervous or?
I don't think we were
That
thinking that
looks
much
so
about
cool.
it. Yeah, it was super cool. Yeah, it was quite misty though. It
Wait, did you
wasn't
already
full
go
on rain.
past Rock Bridge?
No, you're about to see it. It's the same area right here.
So everything, so the trail past Rock Bridge is what we would have seen Daniel Boone if we had continued. Is that correct?
Yeah, everything you're seeing here.
We wouldn't have seen this.
You wouldn't
in
have seen
this.
this, yeah.
In this episode, once you guys passed Rock
Yeah,
Bridge, we
yeah.
would have
Right,
seen that.
yeah.
Now, did you guys?
There's something else in there too.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
What were you saying?
No, I was just saying, did you guys actually find it in there like that?
Yeah.
Wait, you left the triangle thing in there.
What?
I thought you got rid of the triangle thing.
What triangle thing?
The sum of the square of the.
No, what happened was I put the Simpsons clip in when we were editing. I put the Simpsons clip in, finishing
After
the
it.
quote.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But then you took it out, and I was like, dude, you can't take it out. It doesn't make any sense. So then,
Yeah, I thought you took out the triangle, your thing too. Because of that. Also, this is the rock bridge, which
no,
looks super-
I put it back in
Okay.
afterwards, but I did something to it, and I can't remember what I did.
Fuel on a snack.
I still think we should have put the Simpsons clip.
So I feel
Well,
like
you were worried that people would think you were stupid, but I was like, they would understand you were just joking. I thought. Anyway.
No, that's why I think I added.
Okay,
the
that's
rest-
enough about the triangle.
Yeah, you're right.
So, did you guys cross the Rock Bridge, right?
Pretzels in it. It's green.
No.
Oh, you didn't?
I don't think
You're not allowed to go on top of it?
if you can go on top of it, something deterred us. Like we looked
Okay.
at it, and I was like, I don't think we should go on top.
Okay, because I'm looking at it now, and I was thinking when I watched this that it was really hard to discern the size of the rock bridge
Yeah.
from the video. And I was like, why didn't they just like get a shot of them as they were crossing over it, like to really see the comparison?
Yeah, we
between
didn't
size?
actually cross it.
This sparkling water thing makes more sense when you realize Shawnee is before, because that was like the first time we had brought it.
Yeah, there you can get a
Oh, that's
decent.
huge.
Yeah.
Quite a
Yeah.
bit
So
left
was
to
it
hike.
like really big actually? Like
No, it wasn't that big.
Oh, look
in
at
terms
Trail
of width,
junction.
like
and paused to
as
figure
tall
out
as you?
where we were headed.
like if,
Width?
would
Like
it
how
be as
wide?
wide as you are tall?
Probably maybe twice
Okay.
or 1.5.
I guess that's still pretty impressive.
So is this? Okay, there was one part I'm gonna point out later where you guys crossed that area where we were.
Probably.
I was looking at the other side of the map. This is the same map that my brother bought. I don't know when we used that map, but we definitely used it at some
We
point.
definitely use it.
Use
the
that in Red
first
River.
trip.
Yeah.
Oh, the first trip. Okay.
definitely.
Do you guys think of Daniel Boone and Red River as the same area? Like in your
No,
mind?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
They're so different, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Let's do it.
But they are just like right next to each other. It's weird. Yeah, because the first half of this strip feels very different.
Sure, this is hemlock.
Wait a second.
The reason I know
Wildcat.
this is hemlock
That's
is
not-
I've seen this a lot in
No,
hot
Wildcats,
spots of
Ohio.
And this
Oh, okay. Oh,
is
yeah, yeah, okay.
everywhere. And
Daniel
like,
Boone.
wait a minute.
I don't know
Clifty.
if it's
Yeah.
hemlock, but I do know that I've heard Andrew say hemlock many times. So,
It's funny because there's just like one little interjection of
job,
me
Thomas.
narrating here because of, or
It
or
must
was
have
it later
already
on?
been it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it was
we
later.
continued
Yeah,
on through
yeah,
the serene
I think
forest.
Thomas was like pointing something out.
We could see the creek in the distance. And up ahead was a split.
Yeah,
in
the
trail.
rhododendrons maybe.
So interestingly, you wrote the narration for this anyway,
Yeah.
which is a funny thing to think about.
I was just like, I'm guessing this is how it was.
Did at any point when you were doing the narration go like, no, that's not
I
right?
don't think so. That's the funny part. It's like, well, I guess anybody could have wrote it. You didn't need to be there.
Let's follow the trailblaze. It's probably the best.
Well, I want to take a look to see what it looks like.
Yeah, that is really funny.
This definitely just goes down to the water.
It definitely looks soggy the first day.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad, yeah, but it was soggy.
That type of weather. That's like the exact weather we had in Daniel Boone, isn't it? Or maybe not.
Daniel
but
Boone?
I feel like it's the same lighting. Like,
Yeah, it's very similar lighting, but I don't think we had that wetness.
We're done the story here.
Oh, maybe it's because it's the same weather, like the same season.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, there was a bunch of trash here.
You know, I wonder how much of that is like litter versus just like stuff flowing all into the river. And,
Yeah, I feel like it's probably that.
yeah.
Like, especially because there's a trash can that ends up in one of these
Oh,
shots.
really?
That shot was really cool. That was just
the way it's
tilting the
going
tripod back.
Oh, really?
But this feeling,
Slow-mo?
when you first get out on
Yeah,
the
like
trail,
the whole tripod, though,
really
not
just start making some
not like
progress.
the handle.
It's one of my favorite feelings in the world. And I think my boy Thomas can relate to that.
There's a lot of things Robby and I don't click on when it comes to
That is such a Thomas thing to say. There's a lot of things we don't click on. Even if you think that's true, you don't have to say it. It's fine.
It's not strictly speaking true either.
Yeah.
Like, that's way overstating. Just like a lot of times I'm like, shut up, Thomas.
crossing. Like a 50-foot drop.
You could not pay me enough money to cross that.
Dude, walking on this trail is like kind of disorienting because it's so far down there.
Yeah, the
You look and it doesn't seem real. because
Daniel
the drop-off
Boone,
is super
you know,
sharp.
Clifty Wilderness, you're always on the top.
Freaking out.
The Red River Gorge, you're always in the gorge.
Go tumbling
I feel
down.
like that's one of the big differences. Or it feels
Wait.
like that.
I thought it was the opposite.
It is lucky.
No.
No, because Daniel Boone, I feel like you feel down underneath. And Red River Gorge, you're on top of this.
No, you're always, look, just watch. Like, we're always on the
soon came
high
to a
cliff
section
next
of
to the
trail
But
water.
Red River Gorge has all those
distinguished from the
high
Yeah, I
rock
know.
areas.
I know. I might. It might not just be accurate.
Maybe it's all kind of the same. It's just-
Maybe he's just making it up as he goes.
that just seem like they're not trails, but they are.
So you guys are just exploring here, or is this part of the trail?
No, this is the trail.
Oh,
The trail goes through that.
That's very, that's like that one part in Red River, which we hiked all
Yeah.
Later in this.
Oh, so yeah, you guys haven't seen any of this. That's right. We were talking about it earlier.
That's a cool shot.
As we found our way again,
Is that slow-mo or just?
we noticed the day getting
We just were walking carefully.
Not
It was
to
kind
be
of
a
slick.
Negative Nancy here, but it is getting kind of dark.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It was weird. Well, I guess I could talk about it later, but we were looking for our old campsite.
Yeah.
Turns out we found the swimming hole.
Yeah, I remember watching that. I was like, that's the same rock.
The trees,
That's really
clouds, and
funny.
cliffs made the evening even
Rocker.
darker than
Oh.
usual.
The one that the
Hey,
Daniel
did
Boone
that
put
tree
in.
fall over?
Distant
I can't remember.
What tree?
The place where we swam, wasn't there like a tree that was like precariously leaning over?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember that.
Because
Well,
I
that's a
didn't know
weird
that
rock.
it
That's
was
a
the
cool
swimming
rock.
hole when we were there. I only found that out later when Andrew.
That's
pointed
where
it
you
out.
camped, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
and as high above the stream as we were.
So
the
did the
trail
stream just
continued
flow
to
underneath
ascend.
it or something? Because it looked like the trail kind of curved around it.
It curved.
That rest step is actually really useful.
The scenery was
Just
beautiful,
like most of the
but
trail was
occasionally
just
marred by
this,
bits
where
of
we're up on
Yeah,
the cliff
yeah.
looking down at the
I
water.
don't know if you can see it down there.
That's
but that is
interesting.
like a full-blown plastic trash can.
Yeah, look at that thing.
It's so weird.
Like it had to have been washed in there. There's no way somebody was dragging
Yeah,
it.
I wonder if there was like flooding or something.
Still, I'm hearing some white water.
Well, you'd just be
Below us,
surprised how
and
much
it sounded
trash
quite
can
ominous.
just flow down a river.
Yeah.
Enough
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
It's funny a trash can became trash.
It's quite poetic.
Yes, it is. It is indeed.
Seems like a
that?
little lifetime ago.
I don't
but it reminds me so much of the trail that I did on the Smokies.
I guess he said
Should take you
poetic.
back sometime. I think that was our second ever backpacking trip, and we brought like a whole bag of uncooked rice, a camping.
You know,
stove,
somebody asked the question,
had multiple chains.
how many times have you seen every
I'd like to
clip
redeem myself.
by the
I think I
time
brought
the
30
episode is
pounds
finished?
Oh yeah.
20 of those
It's
30
probably like 10
We
times
didn't have a
minimum
water
for
filter
every
in this.
shot.
We learned about water filters.
Yeah.
Like I've seen probably this clip like 20 times.
What are you doing for filtering water? It's like, is that safe? It's like it's the only way to.
Oh, is he talking about when they were in
That
Whitney or
should be
something?
encouraging to anybody.
No, when we went
watching.
to the Smokies
Oh, when we first
and
saw
we
that.
were
Yeah.
boiling water.
Yeah.
Is there a closed caption? Did somebody do captions for
Trip
this one?
number what?
Oh, good
34,
question.
33?
Oh, who's
still
been doing the
making plenty of the same
captions?
mistakes.
Yeah,
God, I
somebody
wish I remembered his
did
name.
captions.
And if we're able to do
Wow.
it, anyone can do it.
Those are very accurate.
I think that's Google Translate.
For some reason. there
No,
was
Oh,
it's
no,
not.
this is because they
Yeah,
put the
yeah.
Robby narrating. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Man,
just incredible.
I'm gonna look it up because I want to thank them.
Turn it on anyway, so we can.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Because for those of you who don't know, I used to do that for a
We
job,
might be able to get
and
some-
it is tedious, time-consuming work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
pretty
feel like
incredible.
After
YouTube's got to
collecting
make
the
it a
wood,
little easier,
we kept
right?
moving.
A little more straightforward. Have you tried it?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the forest,
okay.
it's a lot darker, but as soon as you get up,
Yeah.
there's actually still quite a bit of daylight.
Yeah, how dark did it look?
Yeah, it's always misleading with the camera.
It seems.
Because this looks like really bright, like really, really bright.
Yeah.
I checked
Like, how
the
dark
weather
did it
before we
actually
left,
start looking?
and
It started to get
I swear
pretty dark.
It said it was gonna be sunny.
Sunny, cloudy. Did not see anything about rain until Sunday, though.
Yeah.
Like evening? It looked like evening during the day?
AJ Blakeman.
This is the Clifty Wilderness. I remember.
Okay, this is the rock we
see why
passed
it
by,
gets
right?
insane now.
We hiked
Right,
by that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, AJ Blakeman, man, good work, dude.
Yeah, thank you, AJ.
The trail descended, and again became difficult to
This is when
distinguish.
they're descending to the.
We thought we had to cross
Campsite?
across here. And that was
Oh,
looking
no.
kind of sketchy, and then I checked
Oh,
over
okay.
here and I saw the
Yeah, they just got...
Oh no, they're still following the trail.
Oh, they do have to cross it.
That's right.
That's really cool. So this actually... I don't know. I don't know if those were the rocks we saw, because this doesn't look
Yeah,
familiar
I don't
to me.
remember doing this at all.
Yeah.
As Bear Grylls as
Wow.
Forrest Gump. He put
That's
as
hilarious.
Bear Grylls as Forrest Gump.
Wow. That's so funny.
It's funny how well some of our viewers understand, like...
The idiotic humor.
yeah. Damn, that rock looked like it was going to break off.
So right.
Okay, so this is
Looks like
some
a trail
double,
right here.
like, what's the word? Vicarious living?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's a cool little corridor here.
Oh, I gotta show.
Pouring it over all the computer equipment. Yeah, this tastes like a blonde Guinness or
I'll tell
something.
you, Thomas.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that campsite.
I am.
That's funny how thick this trail was.
All right, Thomas. Just
Yeah, what
noticed a
time did you
big
guys go?
boulder in the distance. It looks
This
familiar.
was
I don't know if it's the one that we
March?
stayed at when we came
I'm gonna
down.
just find out the dates.
go.
All this, I got
But from what I remember,
We're making way too much noise.
There's an arc right there. And
Andrew,
just beyond
Andrew
that would be
purposely
our
crunched
campsite.
into the
We're really close to the junction now. And if I remember correctly, before we get to the junction, the campsite where we stayed at Clifty Wilderness
Robbie
was
remembers that.
somewhere
I mean,
right in that area.
You at least sound confident
I mean,
when
look.
you remember it. Like for me, I
Be there
probably
soon.
wouldn't have remembered anything at all.
Suddenly, Thomas had an unfortunate.
I would have
stumble.
remembered that junction, but
See, I don't remember Junction at all.
I remember the path to the campsite being a little unclear, though.
All I remember is that right before the campsite that we stayed at, or
death of Tan.
we right after, it was an uphill. So like I would have just been looking for like a downhill and then a path going right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, anyways,
You know, I wonder if this is where it was.
well,
Because there's that overhang.
not
I don't
allowed
know.
to camp in the.
that was
No.
the death of Tan Pants, and that's where the jorts came up. We did a live stream of this
Oh, yeah, yeah,
episode,
yeah.
and they were talking about getting some jorts. So we did this one February 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Wow, February?
Yeah, the weekend before, not even the weekend before.
Oh, wait, first, second?
Sorry. February 24th, 25th, 26th was Shawnee. March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd was
Right,
Red
that's
River.
okay, yeah, yeah.
That makes
The
sense.
following weekend is Grayson. So it was literally
Yeah,
like
yeah,
back
yeah.
to back to back. So just this whole time we were looking on the right because I knew next to the water.
And we hadn't seen the campsite.
Was the campsite that we
Yeah.
stayed at? Yeah.
Very close to the
But
junction.
since it got dark, you probably just passed it up.
Yeah. Although we were looking really hard, so I think maybe it was just it was covered by
We
leaves
know
and stuff.
100%
It's
for sure
probable, yeah.
This trail will have campsites because the campsites are next to the water. Okay.
Although I feel like if it was daytime, you definitely would have noticed it because the campsite. I mean, it had a lot of open space.
Yeah.
So like, there's no way you could have missed it if you just saw it. Like, that looks like a lot like a campsite.
Yeah, so this is... I do clearly remember this junction.
Made it to the junction. I feel
But was I right in the fact that we went back?
knock this out.
Yeah, we went that way first, and then we went that way.
Side trail and followed it down.
This is
So we
not-
didn't keep heading to Rockbridge to find our campsite. We doubled back.
Sounds great. Got some cinnamon.
We went towards Rockbridge, but we didn't go all the way.
Right.
So the campsite, from your perspective here, was before that junction.
Oh, so we kept heading to Rockbridge until we found a campsite from that junction.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
funny, man.
I thought that's what you said.
Relief of finding a
Because you knew you had missed it by the time you got to the junction.
No, I wasn't sure. I
Oh.
just said there that I thought maybe we doubled back. It doesn't matter.
I'm exhausted. Like, I'm
So are you at the campsite at this point? You must be,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure as soon as we start cooking.
It's funny you didn't recognize that rock, because it's like... I feel like that's seared into my mind.
Mr. Ron.
For the swimming hole?
Our friend Ron had given us an array of fancy food.
Yeah, it was
No,
dark.
in the daytime, though.
skillet biscuits
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the campsite, the original campsite one was. Anyway, we're way too the weeds in that. But this is all the stuff that Ron gave us. 3 meals and 2 coffees. Like, I was like, Ron, you were too kind.
There was we were I don't know why I was editing this, but
When I was in Hawaii, we had a bunch
there was one part where he says Zatsuki sauce, and for some reason we were laughing about that. Like, no, yeah, but
It was the narration.
oh, it was the narration.
Narration with Zatsuki sauce.
Right.
We took it out. Or,
and I got.
oh, did we put it as the secret?
There might be a different narration, or no, I don't know. No, I think it's still in there.
Yeah, I think it was at the very end. Did we do bloopers for this yet? Did we release bloopers?
Good question.
I don't know.
I think we left it in.
the
No,
video.
but I think we left it in because Thomas couldn't re-record it.
No,
Or did someone
we
read it?
definitely took it out.
Oh, really?
You took out the Zatsuki. You just took that part out. You didn't have him say
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I think I put it in the bloopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had him say with sauce.
It is. You've got that right.
What an insightful commentary this is.
This is
That's like, did we?
This is what happened when you only have one person for this part. We should have Tim and Robbie and Tom's.
To be fair, this is like a interesting behind-the-scenes look at our, whatever, incompetence.
So this thing.
Sometimes do have.
So for those of you who don't know what this is, which I did not before we got this, Thomas, we're sitting at the gas station. It's right before we meet Ron. Or right when we meet Ron.
Literally,
They have these Amish bakeries there, right? Like baked goods. This thing is literal frosting and peanut butter rolled together. So it's peanut butter frosting, peanut butter frosting.
pure sugar.
It's disgusting. Like, it's kind of like tasty because it's just pure sugar.
yeah.
But why would anybody do that?
I'm gonna save mine.
It's a rhetorical question. You don't need to answer.
Did you ever eat the rest of that? What happened with the rest of that?
I gave it to Thomas. He finished his that way.
Yeah.
Went straight to our tent.
Or maybe I put it in with the nuts. I don't remember.
Robbie, Thomas looks like so exhausted right then.
I always feel like tents are
It was a kind of a beastly hike.
Look at this.
How many miles?
Move
the first
around,
day?
Robbie's here. I got all this space up
8.
ahead of me. I got pockets.
I mean, that's a lot considering you drove there, hiked.
Yeah.
You didn't stay anywhere like the night before, right?
No.
Yeah, so you drove, hiked.
It's
and
not
filmed.
that far though.
I discovered something amazing.
Oh, here it's gonna tell us how much.
To leave my coat on, so I took it off.
9.1.
Use your down jacket as like your
This-
neck scarf sort of deal.
Or you could use a
It
scarf.
is the only
It worked really well.
You just wrapped the whole jacket around.
Yeah.
But so was your point also that it blocked the air?
Yeah.
But what about your body? Well, I guess.
Yeah.
you had-
just- it was in the sleeping bag, so.
So I think that's the rock right there, but there's a more clear view of it. Man, that's so funny. You guys stayed there.
daylight. We realized we had
Oh, and
I
this
remember
song.
sitting on that log. Oh, that tree. See that tree? used
Oh
to be
yeah.
up.
So that's the rock we all stood on. That's in the thumbnail. But this song.
so we stood on the rock at the swimming hole.
Yeah.
Not at the campsite.
No. Yeah.
That's what I was getting
We,
confused.
in the
with.
at the campsite, I think we were climbing around on a rock, just like in the sun.
Oh yeah.
road. Check out
Anyway, this song, you started out, like you wrote the piano stuff, and then I added stuff
okay,
on
yeah.
it. You said it sounded like Final Fantasy or something, like FF10 or something. I forget what you were saying, but
That's not this song. There was another one that I thought that.
oh, okay.
This one sounds like.
You said something.
Yeah, I
this was a
remember.
good song.
There was a
This
song
was-
that I
yeah.
said something
This
sounded
was
like
cool.
that.
from the beautiful rock formations.
That was like a
really cool.
Japanese
Yeah,
garden.
That's
yeah.
a great shot. It goes really well with that music.
Oh, this does sound like Final Fantasy X. Yeah, this part right here. That trumpet especially.
Okay, yeah.
Or whatever that brassy sounding noise is. Okay, so these people that we run into. Well, first let's talk about this. Do you remember that when we went to Daniel Boone that first night, it was thunderstorming? So it did get wet.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised you recognized this.
Yeah,
How did you? Like,
because I remember it was at a turn.
oh.
There was a turn.
It's just funny you could recognize this, but not like.
That is weird. Maybe it's just because it was.
Yeah.
No, because it was, I'm an idiot. So these three, they recognize us. But look at the girl's look on her face.
Oh yeah.
Be meeting up with Andrew and
She's
Bryan.
like, oh my god.
That's
yeah.
so funny. We did not know about that. And even while editing, I didn't see it until my mom was watching this scene and she saw that.
Right, yeah.
like-
I'll send a screen.
It's really funny to think that people would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
that
yeah.
enthusiastic about
We're
making
just
that.
like a bunch of schmucks. Like,
We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
That there are people, like people who are watching, they have opinions on us, and we don't even know who they are. Like, it's weird to be on the receiving end of that, because usually it's like everybody like has an opinion on like
Yeah.
any
yeah.
Wait,
public
okay,
figure.
so at that point you were making the
We
decision to
reached the
change
road
the
leading out
plan.
of Clifty Wilderness and into
So what
Red
was
yeah,
the
when
reason
did that
the
behind that?
reason was because you guys weren't going to get there until late.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You guys hadn't even left yet at this point.
But I thought we didn't leave earlier because the plan was changed, and we were like, oh, we don't need to hike that much. That's how I remember.
I
it.
could totally believe that was your thought process. Or you're retconning. But no.
Day and night.
Oh, he didn't do the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's an Arnold Schwarzenegger reference.
Wow, that road looks so
That's all right.
bright.
Good job, AJ Blakeman.
We thought we'd check
You
it
did a
out.
fantastic job.
So this is not yet. Is this crossing into Red River already, or?
Yeah.
Okay. But there's one more road, isn't there?
We left our packs,
This is the road.
grabbed our food.
This is where you go to Angel's Landing, Angel's Windows, and then you head into that road separates.
Oh, we almost did this at the end of Daniel Boone or something, didn't we?
we did do it.
But well, we didn't go all the way.
Oh, so
No, we did.
one of these rocks looks like a horse's
Yeah,
head.
yeah. The one on the
Oh
right.
yeah, on the right. Yeah, you
It's
can
a
see
horse's
it.
Did we get
head looking at-
Did we get any sort of angle there?
Yeah. The final angle captures it perfectly, and I was like, "What?" It's right there.
Wow,
yeah.
so that's like an actual thing. That's not just something somebody pointed out, right? Like that's a
That's a commonly
yeah.
noticed thing.
We actually went here. I thought we gave up part of the way and just went home.
So I think we did, but
We didn't film it.
Yeah, we didn't film it. I think we
I'm
were all
pretty
just
sure
so tired.
This is what happened. I'm fairly positive. We went to the Angel's Windows to try and get that sunset shot. It wasn't a
right.
good shot.
I remember.
We hurried back and then found a better shot.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember that
yeah.
now.
After admiring the stone,
Yeah, there's a horse
Oh,
right
wow.
there.
Yeah.
We headed
Perfect.
and saw
It's a nice segue to the next episode.
And there was a dude.
That's funny that was there.
Then we headed back onto the
Right,
road.
myhikes.org was a patron for a while.
Yeah. He commented on that too. What dude?
There was just a dude who was at Angel's Windows. We didn't film him,
Oh,
obviously,
oh.
but he came there and was obviously enjoying Angel's Windows.
Angel's Windows.
This is from Kentucky. This is called bluegrass.
So this,
Actual,
I was
but you might know bluegrass.
I think you edited like a vast majority of this, but I was trying to finish it up just because like, I forget what, but there was something where I just wanted to get it done before I had to go somewhere or something. And this like, in the section of the editing, there was like Thomas's bluegrass idea, and it was just like this clip unedited, really long, and then like a long screenshot of like a Google Doc that he wrote, and I had put that off for the very end, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to do this. Like, I was like, there's like, can't I just like write a song and put it over? And like, what ended up was not as intricate as what he had in mind, but it still
Yeah.
worked pretty well. Like, I kind of made a song that was more or less to the tune.
What you did was fantastic. Like, because I was like, I'm not doing that idea.
I was thinking that too. I was like, there's no way that's happening.
It's good though. Like, it's really good, really clever and interesting.
yeah.
Like, it's a great idea. It's just the execution takes a lot of work, and I just did not have it in me to do it.
It was helpful because the Google Doc, the actual original one, had a link to a song, and I could kind of base it off of that, like the chord structure.
Yeah, you're much better at creating a song to fit or mimic a style than I am.
What's funny is I think, so for some reason I couldn't find the banjo, even though I know I had used it before. So I had to use like a Japanese koto or something.
There's no banjo in Logic?
There is, but like, and because I know we've used it in the road trip episodes, but it was missing from that for some reason.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Entered a section of the forest that seemed especially primeval.
So that was one of those shots I was telling you, to get those feet shot, you just gotta walk slower.
Oh, right.
That does look very
This was, yeah.
primeval.
Really quick with the banjo, it's funny because when we did find it to use in the road trip, that was like the first time I had ever seen it too, and I'd looked for it before. So I don't know what's up with that. Actually, I think Thomas found it, but that's cool. Does
I
it?
wonder how the other guys enjoyed
What were you
their
gonna say?
lobster
Never
dinner last night.
So lobster dinner is like a running joke now at this point, where it's just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like, when you reference a raw lobster dinner, it's just like the other guys have it so easy.
Yeah.
You know, I think that actually originated with Survivor Man, because there's an episode where he's he's lying around and he sees a plane above, and he's like, right now they're up there eating lobster.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny. Dude, isn't it crazy that we were inspired by Bear Grylls and Survivor Man like 15 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We were warming
I
up,
can't believe
so
it's
it was
been that
time to
long.
adjust.
Maybe it hasn't been quite that long. You got the rest of that.
I'm pretty sure.
It could.
Because he was in college, and college was 2003 to 2007 for me.
Maybe 10, 12 years.
Longer than 10 for sure.
Yeah. Well, 2009.
I was watching it in 2008 at least, because I remember having the DVDs in New York. I bought the DVDs of Bear Grylls.
That is really cool.
Yeah, that
So
was
did we see
really
this?
cool.
In Daniel Boone?
No, this is already the Red River section. I don't think you guys ever.
We saw a similar
Ever saw
recess
it.
cave, but not this one. I don't know.
What on earth? I would love to camp under here and have a fire.
This part is funny. Just you're like,
That would be so good, dude.
you're like,
Oh yeah.
it's like you can't handle how how good that was.
You don't know how good that
It's gonna
feels.
explode.
Thomas was making Red Dead references so often.
Thomas is really into Red Dead.
I'm very certain you're not allowed to, but
Is this where you got the firewood?
I don't
Yeah,
blame them
this is a
either.
bunch of dry firewood.
It'd be a nice place to camp. Look at this sitting log right here.
Sitting log.
It was like the perfect height. Look at my knees at perfect 90-degree angle.
Can I get one of those for the office? Just an ergonomic log.
That's a good like hipster thing. You can sell those like.
I've seen stuff where like they're selling log stools for like $100. Yeah, it's so
yeah.
stupid.
So this amount of wood, way too much. That pack was super heavy, so it definitely had to.
I wonder if was it all wet or anything, or
No, it was all perfectly dry. I just had to take some out. It was way too much wood. Like that's like a tree's worth.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth it.
Continued on.
Man,
Yeah.
look at the
Passing
scale
by
of that.
rocks pockmarked
Ooh,
by
that's some.
honeycomb.
Trypophobia.
It's funny because
Major.
the terms for these I had just like
Suddenly,
remembered
the trail
because I
took
was
us
at
out
Hocking
this surreal
Hills a
prehistoric
little bit
landscape
before editing
and
this,
up into what seemed like an
and I was like,
ordinary
oh
forest.
yeah, they're called recess caves and honeycomb weathering.
Oh.
Have you read that? It's that
We'd reached
the
another road.
Korean comic
Now-
or the Japanese comic?
Yeah, I
The
heard
holes in the
about
wall.
it.
Junji
Yeah.
Ito. Yeah.
Yeah.
A horrible, terrifying.
Yeah. Right. That's the horrors. Yeah.
Yeah,
More
yeah,
open as
horror.
we got closer to our destination.
See, like I wrote that, and I wasn't sure if that was actually true. I was like, well, it looks like it.
As we got closer to our destination, we accidentally kept increasing the exposure.
It also kind of fit with the music. Sometimes that's also.
Yeah.
See that auto? I really wish I had known about this.
Well, you only didn't know about it for like an episode or two.
I thought you knew about it for a while.
I knew about it since I got the camera.
Oh, so it's only on the GH5?
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
This opportunity to stop and have
Well.
lunch. Fill up on water.
Yeah, we were actually here for quite a while. You don't really
Are
see
you,
it.
are you eating raisins? Oh, they are raisins.
Yeah, and a lot of
that's
people
hilarious.
passed this up.
You know who might have
There was like,
Oh,
we saw a lot of
Ron
hikers
gave you
in
those
this area.
raisins, right?
No,
No.
Wait, is this a campsite here, or is it just a part on the trail? Because I saw a campfire.
there you
There's also a
probably
place.
aren't supposed to camp there, but there is a established little campsite.
Okay, so
Look how
this is.
comfortable Andrew looks.
Yeah, this is actually less than halfway. I mean, including the credits, but
then continued along the rough trail.
it's funny because I just think of this as being all you guys, but we've already shown up. Although,
Yeah, you're not
Not
actually
much
there
right now.
yet.
Only 3¼ mile to Gray's Arch.
Yeah, if you went a certain direction.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's like another path or something.
Because I was like, because the hike we did, I remember it was really tough actually. Like I was really tired by the time we got to Gray's Arch.
Oh, really?
But I mean, I was kind of out of shape.
is some of this the trail that Brian took, or is this
So
all
most
new?
of this is looking pretty familiar.
Oh,
to me,
okay.
But does it feel familiar to you?
No, we'd been on this before.
Okay.
From the video, sure. Xander told me
That
there was a
creek
bit of a
almost looked like
difference
where
in
that
the
thunderstorm
slope
happened, but I wasn't
of
sure.
Red River Gorge. And at first I,
The subtitle said Xander there.
but
Yeah,
here,
what was it?
putting
It
in,
was supposed to be Andrew.
open
Oh, that's
Definitely
funny.
tell that place has
That
been
might have been an
designated
auto.
Wilderness area. Well, we're here at the junction already.
I'm like really impressed with these subtitles though. Like it's a lot of work, especially timing them properly. What? Somebody was asking a question just now.
I remember this stream. Isn't this after we had lunch? Or does it just look like it?
Oh,
It kind of looks like that to me.
maybe it is.
Like
I
we
have to, like,
Yeah,
back
because
to-
we went that way, right? Yeah.
Oh, did
I
we?
have to like go back and watch
I don't
the old
know.
one again.
We'd have to compare the maps and stuff.
Yeah. It just all kind of looks familiar. But...
If we're this confused, people watching probably have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because they weren't even there.
Yeah.
Crossings that you normally wouldn't know about are now at full effect.
Also, considering how much that one campsite changed, who knows how much?
Yeah. I can't believe how much that other campsite changed. It's like crazy. Really sucks too. Well, I mean, it's good because
Yeah.
It
we at least
seemed we
have
also
that
had to hike up a small
The
walk.
forever
Yeah.
in our memories and on video.
Yeah, yeah.
Like nobody can take that from us.
Yeah, that was a great site. Though. Man, that's funny that that's
This
just the
area
trail up
is
there.
The one where we saw a bunch of vultures. We should be coming to a big.
I was so glad that you brought. I mean, I knew it was gonna be brought back, but
Oh yeah,
there's
this is
a
done
good
deal.
addition too to make it less repetitive and stuff.
Yeah, this was definitely a good opportunity to bring back some classic
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, yeah.
This was one of the first songs that I wrote that I was really like, that's good.
So I didn't even realize we wrote this in Logic. Like I thought that was.
Yeah, we started with Logic in the Mammoth episode, which is our 7th episode.
But in a way that's kind of
I remember this is where I stood shirtless and I was eating leaves and berries.
Was that the campsite where we were you guys were drawing?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. And then this was obviously where we
this is
saw
where
the
we sat.
vultures.
Yeah, we sat
Is
here
that the
for a
same
while.
stick tree?
it's the most open sky I think I've seen in a
What?
day.
Oh, the same tree that the vultures were?
Yeah. I wonder.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
it
one
definitely looks
Yeah?
like that.
one of those.
I mean, some branches probably came off. or
Yeah, it
something.
was one of those trees for sure.
That one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I remember that exact area too.
Now,
That's such a cool part.
It was time to search for the campsite we were meeting up at.
Like, there's that little patch of trees,
It could be
and
the campsite, but I don't remember.
I'm actually surprised you all found this because
I feel
it's.
like this might be a little.
I remembered it wrong until I got there, but it's like it's not right at the junction. You have to go downhill a bit. And I remember in the original Red River, we were like, oh, like we want to stay on top, but now we're going downhill. But then we found the
This is not the
site.
same one, but this is a good campsite. We can follow.
Oh, this is a different one.
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
Well, I
But
take
still,
back
I'm
everything I
surprised you did manage to find it though.
I remembered the exit so clearly. Like, remember what it's like to come out of that hole? Because I guess we just did it a couple times.
Because we kept going in and out. Like, we kept walking up back
Yeah.
and forth
Tree
looking
is
for firewood.
down.
Honestly, more shocking to me than the trees were just how much the pine trees had grown.
Yeah, they'd grown
that was,
so much.
That was honestly, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Because when we were there, we had a great view.
yeah.
And then
Beautiful
when we
view.
came back,
Where
couldn't
Bryan
see
hung his
anything.
hammock for the first time. Wow, crazy.
Now we updated the others about the situation. Campsite is kind of
So funny that we had signal.
Yeah.
down.
Like, I feel like that's going to happen more and more. Like, the more we backpack and as time goes on, signal is just going to become more and more commonplace.
How do you feel about that?
I mean,
I'm actually.
it's a good safety thing.
Yeah,
at the very
yeah.
least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good safety net, but it also kind of... The good thing is that you can still say that you didn't have signal.
Yeah, you can
So
turn your
you
phone
can
off.
still
Yeah.
get away, you know?
I mean, I would just leave my phone off.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
I needed the signal, that it's good to have.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't bother me as much as I would think it would.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
And then there's moments like this.
Wow, you guys.
Yeah, we really worked through
Destroyed that,
those
yeah.
pretzels and
Whoa,
combos.
yeah. You had hiked a lot by now, right? Like 20.
Yeah.
You got like the pretzels in each hand.
I didn't even notice
The
that.
rationing is to take tiny little bites.
Did you guys ever combine them? And then...
Oh man, I have to
Oh,
bring
wow.
sandals on this trip. I keep
So
forgetting.
these guys were
Yeah.
staying there too?
No, they had just come from Hanson's Point and they recognized us.
Oh, okay.
That's so funny. Yeah, you
I
guys. ran
forgot
into
their
so
names
many
now,
people.
but the dude in the middle
Time to
was
cook up another gourmet
the one who recognized us.
So there were other guys near the campsite we stayed at this night, but they weren't the ones that recognized you?
Better than it looks.
Because
I
I remember
think
we
they-
got there and you were like, they might come over and hang out with us.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
homemade.
You said that there was
No. There was another group there. I don't think
I think we invited them. I said you're welcome to come over and hang out by the fire, but they never did.
Okay, but they didn't know.
I
who you
think
were.
one of the dudes had seen our channel before. It's like, oh, you guys do YouTube videos or something? But he wasn't. I don't think he
But it
was like a
wasn't those
viewer,
people,
a main
basically.
viewer. Yeah, the people you just saw, they just continued on. They
I
went
see.
home or something.
It's funny, man. Thomas can eat a lot.
Yeah.
He's a hungry boy. He's a growing boy. Didn't you? When he said mediocre, originally you had a little thing in the corner of the guy from and I was just like, I'm deleting it. No, from Fury Road, Mad Max.
Yeah. Mediocre.
Oh,
It was
I was
a
thinking
gift.
of. I was thinking of would anybody else like another bite of banality?
No, I always put little quotes and stuff like that. Andrew always removes them.
Yeah. I'm like, get that out of here.
Andrew's like Wing Chun.
Yeah, sorry, but
No, it's fine.
it just looked weird.
It's a dumb joke anyway.
I feel like 90% of people have been like, what's that?
Watching Robby drink that sparkling water is extremely enjoyable. Because he's like, he like raises up.
I slap my knee.
Was that plain sparkling water?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
As the others finished
There
up
we go.
dinner,
The two dinguses.
we reviewed the map to make sure we were
It's
headed
together
in the
you're a bingus.
Oh yeah, so the map sequence is way later
Quite a bit.
because
After
this
camping,
is the only place it really fit.
we all hike out together.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So it's like all that purple that's already.
Putting us to shame. Just complete shame.
So that was really short, but for some reason I was just fixated on how that trail ran parallel to the road. Because it's like the trailhead is further away from where the main trail starts, but they still put a little trail there so you didn't have to walk on the street. It's little quirky things that I weirdly fixate on. Also, I don't think striped wintergreen actually smells that minty. Oh yeah, I remember you were like, yeah.
It's my favorite mint.
It's funny. That was so muddy.
So in the previous Shawnee commentary, I was talking about how the one nice thing about having to write so many songs is at some point, if a song's not going that well, you can just give up on it and be like, well, I got to write other songs anyway. This was one of those songs. Like any really repetitive song that you hear that I wrote, it's usually why.
Yeah. It's so hard to think of a third part. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I think I'm writing a third part, but it just becomes part of the.
Yeah.
That's a new sign. It's funny because a lot of this looked familiar to me, but I don't know if I had actually hiked it before.
That's a really cool shot.
Yeah, just that sloping on either side.
Misty reminds me of the Smokies. The mist is just like, it always makes me think of the Smokies for some reason. I'm just glad it's just mist.
Oh, you guys had the big boy tripod.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was
Forgot
a,
about
that was a throwback. That was like, oh boy, I get to carry this.
Yeah,
What a nightmare that thing
made
is.
us appreciate.
I still cannot believe we went that long using
So long, dude.
that. Like
We
I mean,
climbed
there was
Kumatori.
There was a
with
time
that.
where I was like,
Still sounds pretty cold, but man, after
do we seriously need? Like, isn't there a
Yeah.
better tripod for this?
Yeah,
like,
But I was like, I guess these guys know what they're doing.
we climbed Yosemite and Kumatori with that.
yeah.
I mean, it is a really stable tripod, but God, what?
Yeah,
Never.
At what cost?
At what cost? Yeah, it's not worth it. Because the amount of energy that you lose, you're losing out on shots you would have done had you had a
that's
little
true.
more energy.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. I like this shot a lot.
Yeah,
that was
that's
in the
pretty
teaser
cool.
too. Yeah.
I don't even remember you getting that shot, honestly. But you must have told me to do it because
with
Yeah,
my
you
you
friends,
got the
we were on it. It's
360,
really an
180
easy
shot.
hike, apparently. I feel like we're gonna regret. Yeah, we gotta be careful.
It never got harder, right?
No, it was
Yeah.
such a breeze.
Yeah, it
Not
was.
been on our side in the past.
You see, like the clothes is slowly becoming unzipped because it's just getting
That's a cool
We
shot.
hotter and
ran into
hotter.
a couple guys,
So Red River Gorge is kind of crowded. Like,
said they ran into
Oh, those people said they saw you. Yeah.
Yeah, we ran
It's
into
getting
a couple
crowded?
people.
ours, and
no, just from what I've heard, like especially on the weekends, Red River Gorge can get really crowded. But
Yeah.
I will say, Red River Gorge is like one of the best places to start backpacking
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's just so cool.
Especially the fact that when there are people there, it makes it a safer trip if you're like new.
Yeah,
to it.
that's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
I feel like you've been hyping it up.
What was
Thomas's
Thomas doing
walk,
with that
yeah.
walk? I missed it.
Wait, what?
He was like
going, like-
swaggering.
Oh yeah, he was talking about if he didn't have his pack on because
yeah.
not having the pack on, it was so much easier.
Very specific.
Oh yeah, you guys are going to Hanson's Point. That's right.
Yeah. This is funny. We're using the Steadicam now. We had brought it, but we hadn't been using it because it was kind of damp. And then I was about to not bring it, and I was like, no, we don't need it. Tom was like, well, we brought the damn thing. We might as well use it. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Sometimes you need like another person to give you perspective.
Give you the sense, yeah. Because I didn't want to set it up. I was like, yeah, you're right.
It's worth it though. These shots are really good.
That's really cool.
That Steadicam is crazy.
Oh, man, you can start
And
to
we have
see
2
it.
now.
Sure.
Thanks to Scott Neverdesky.
Oh yeah. That looks almost more clear than I remember.
Well,
kinda
when
weird.
we win,
Without even looking right now.
when I win,
Yeah. No, I just meant the trees and stuff.
Oh
But.
my god.
yeah.
that's
If there's something, and I'm honestly surprised that in the first Red River Gorge video, you guys, this isn't to discredit you, but that you did such a bad job of capturing how big the
I think we
Hanson's Point
needed
was.
a wide angle.
Yeah, we didn't have a wide.
Yeah. But you didn't really even get any shots like this where you were walking the whole way.
That's true, yeah.
Because I literally, for the longest time, until the moment I walked up to it, I thought it was just a little rock jutting out.
Oh yeah.
You know, we must have been so blinded by its majesty.
Really made it feel like something.
But that's actually funny because that's a worry that we have. Like whenever we see something amazing, it's like, are we capturing this properly?
Yeah. But this one
Well,
definitely did.
we
it
had a
justice.
second try, and
Yeah.
Well, with that gimbal too, like the 360 is great. Also, that cave in the distance is always cool to me. Oh yeah, the telephotos are great too.
Hanson's Point is definitely like one of the top, like overlooks I've seen.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we were hiking along a
So you were
ridgetop
still impressed?
surrounded by trees
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
Glad to
with
hear
sand
that.
underneath our feet.
It was. I think it was a combination of just the tranquility and the sheer majesty of everything.
Yeah.
Your mom gave these to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Oh, shout outs to
Oh, so
Andrew and
that
Brian's
trail,
mom.
there's like a little cave, like
My aunt.
straight down from the edge of that, but it's kind of hard to see.
So, I'll ask this question later. Never mind.
Wall of clouds right up ahead. Every time I see that, I think we're about to go out to a really open area, but I think it's just an illusion for now.
So we are where we originally
Okay.
supposed to meet. We believe that
So
we camped pretty
the original thought was that we kind of wanted to catch.
close to them.
You guys just were whispering, and while I was editing
Oh,
this,
yeah.
I was so mad. I was like, dude, I can't hear you guys, and I had to turn it so far up.
Okay, the thought process was that if we were talking too loudly, you guys would be the first ones to film it, like try and film hearing us, and we wanted to make sure that
That's what I'm trying
we
to do here without
got you guys first or something like that.
You wanted to surprise us.
Yeah. I just thought it'd been cool to like kind of get your reaction of hearing us whoop and stuff like that.
Oh.
I mean, this is what we're gonna start with. You don't have matching feet. No, I got the ferro rod.
Okay, so I'm not crazy, right? Using leaves as tinder. You can't just use leaves as tinder, right?
Depends on how good. If you have
All those,
as only Tinder, I would say it's not very good.
all of those leaves are damp. If you were gonna use it, you'd have to crumble it into dust, but you would still probably want something stringier to catch it in. But
Yeah.
it's in my experience, it's not like the best. It definitely won't work like that. That's like the seaweed.
Could you use these seaweeds as tinder? They have a lot of oil in them.
You're starting that. That's really funny to me. That you're just,
This is a mukbang commentary.
it is funny that Thomas was so insistent on using the ferro rod, because like usually it's me being that stubborn.
And Thomas is like, "Come on, let's just go."
Yeah, true.
I would have been fine with the ferro rod if he had proper
Wait, how did it
tinder.
get so big already?
It was just a cut.
I was gonna say.
So was that all the wood that you had on your pack that you had right there?
And then we gathered some once the fire got built up. Okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask.
Not right here.
How likely did you think it would be that we'd actually have a fire?
I think
Yeah.
me and Andrew talked about it, but I had like basically
20 miles.
0% faith in you guys to actually have started a fire because first of all it was really damp, and second of all,
Yeah.
like you and Thomas, like the two like not fire starters in the group. So when I got there, I was definitely like surprised, and it was like a great surprise.
Yeah, that was such a great thing to walk into.
Carl,
We didn't really earn it, but
sophomore in high school. Went to Hocking Hills.
I can't believe he was a sophomore in high school. He is so much younger. He's 9 years younger than me and Brian.
Yeah.
Cold front came in.
yeah, that's nuts.
I feel like how many you guys think I can do?
Now, because
2.
Andrew and I were the
Only
ones
2?
of the group who were the youngest. We had
I think I'm 3, right?
No, he must be 8 years younger than Brian at least. Something like
How old is he?
it got into the tent.
he will turn 26.
So yeah, 8.
I'm turning 35 this year.
After
So he's 9 years younger.
an inch of water in the tent.
Yeah, because you're a
Andrew
few
and I
months
just said,
before.
that's it, we're going.
But Thomas's birthday is actually a day before mine.
All the blankets have been stripped
Oh,
out
right.
for the now soaking.
I always forget that actually. I'm like, that's so weird.
And Andrew and I were looking for warmth.
I don't know. I can't remember if you
Andrew and I
added
had
to
to
your part
little cuddle.
to this story of the Hocking Hills trip.
Oh, you did.
Because me and
Yeah,
Robbie
yeah.
were in the same tent, but I don't think you mentioned that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
stayed in the tent, and everything that you had left in the tent, I basically took for myself.
When we woke up in the morning, Brian looked like a mosquito, like just everything scrunched around his face with like a string dangling out. It's like just all these goats around him.
But I made it. Only 2 of us made it, right? Me and Adam.
Yeah, or Danny, who had the flight?
Danny.
Oh, Danny
So
had the flight suit.
this is what happened. I just found this out from Carl.
Oh, really?
I was hanging out with Carl the other day, and we were talking about this because I hadn't hung out with him in a long time.
Yeah, he's moving to Columbus, right?
He's already here.
Oh, he's ready.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Should invite him over.
He was at my house before he moved. It was
Oh,
on
okay.
Monday.
Oh, wow.
Anyway,
And it seems odd because
So-
I don't remember it.
he was in that like circus tent with Danny. Okay.
I remember that.
They both had flight suits. You.
First when the scale started going down.
Wait, it gets funnier.
Where did they get flight suits from?
Danny's parents were in the Navy.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Okay. So
It's like Top Gun or something.
you and Thomas went looking into the circus tent to see if you could take shelter there. But there was nothing for you there. You guys didn't close the door all the way.
Oh, really?
So Carl, he wakes up with a pool of water around his feet, and his whole bottom of his sleeping bag is soaked. He ended up in the car with everybody else.
Yeah, no, I do. Oh, okay. I do remember
But
that.
that's why. It's because you and Thomas didn't close the pool. It's like, I'm not going to just go in by myself. I'm dragging somebody
I'm
else.
taking you all down with me.
That's like, can we stay in your tent? No, we don't really have anything for you. Well, then you stay in the car with us. It's either or.
It's almost comical how badly we planned. Like,
Oh, yeah.
even if it had been warm weather, the fact that we just barely, like, we had the bare minimum for like shelters and sleeping bags. You didn't even bring a sleeping
I
bag.
didn't bring a sleeping bag or a blanket.
Were you just sleeping like Baron?
Just with a coat.
Wait, what tent were you in even?
I was with
Also, the other thing is, Thomas and I were originally gonna sleep. Didn't someone bring like a kid tent or something?
Yes.
That's what you guys were in.
Is that what
You were in that, and
the
you didn't have a
tent.
rain
Yeah. And we were just like, if Les Stroud can tough it out, so can we.
Oh, we were so dumb back then.
I mean, we're still kind of dumb.
But at least we're
Not
prepared.
that dumb, yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, we just got to the
This is such
campsite.
a great site, yeah.
Yeah, and man, seeing that fire was really, really great because even though it wasn't like cold, it was damp. So like being able to be next to a hot, dry fire
man,
was awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Super easy hike, but it's still.
Not to mention just the fire adds so much to the,
Yeah.
the atmosphere.
I'm like, I know Robbie and Thomas, they're gonna get a good one. But yeah, the old campsite.
Oh, that directly contradicts what you just said. You said you had zero faith, but right there you said, I know. Oh, you were talking about campsite.
Oh. No, that's funny because I thought I remembered you saying that, but I guess it was about.
Yeah, campsite. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have faith on the campsite, but fire, yeah, you shouldn't have.
You guys didn't do. What? You guys didn't meet Ron, and Ron hooked us up with some fantastic food. Ron.
It's funny because I was just like, who's Ron?
Yeah, I was like, I was too. I was like, who's Ron? Like,
It's great to be reunited, especially after such a long hike.
Yeah, I do have a weird karma. People just give me food.
Inferior pretzels.
Yeah, I kept ribbing Thomas about his pretzels, and then I say something about like the fire being mediocre as a joke.
Thomas was like, the minute we showed up, we just all like started giving Thomas crap.
We were completely 100% joking, obviously. But, yeah. I do like the Snyder's pieces, though. Like the texture. Oh yeah.
Wow. Those are pretty good. Very artificial flavor. That's a good one. Golf club.
Yeah, man. Somebody, I can't remember their name again, but
No, they commented.
Oh, they did?
on the video, and I think they sent us a Facebook message, so we should respond if we hadn't. But they said that they saw the video and they told their parents and were really excited.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
They commented on the video itself.
I think so. And I think I'm almost certain there's a Facebook message too.
Yeah, I don't think I realized it was also a stoker for some reason.
Well, see, okay, when they first sent us that, we were just like so confused as to what it was because they called it a fire stick, and like
I think I knew you knew it, but
I didn't. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's like
we set up our tent.
I was like, okay, so I guess you can poke the fire with it. Is that the only thing? Like,
oh, that's a great shot, by the way. Okay, sorry. Well, I guess we both. Oh, so what Tom is doing here is a Red Dead thing. But anyway, I guess together we had the idea of how to use that thing completed.
Okay, so it was Becky's dad, but Becky doesn't mention what her dad's name was.
Okay, Becky, thank you. Sorry it took so long for us to actually use that. But yeah, it was great.
It definitely brought that fire back to life.
Yeah, and it's nice
more
because
than
you
a
don't have to
couple
like
times.
hunch over and stuff.
Yeah. Because remember when we had those little ones? Someone sent us those little ones. That's like good for getting a fire started initially, but for keeping a big fire like this
I
going.
thought we had one that's like an extendo.
Yeah.
Balancing that
extended,
wrap
but it was, like,
on that
really
stick.
like narrow.
So it's funny because
They really do.
like as good as that food was, it's really funny how it's just like so much less satisfying when you haven't hiked a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you guys say that like totally undeserved food?
Yeah. But it's like it really is a huge difference.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen you since New Year. How's your year been?
I feel like I've been sticking true to some of those New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, I was gonna ask everyone how they're.
Yeah, I forgot we talked about that.
Update on New Year's resolutions.
I don't remember what mine is now.
I think I've been sticking to mine since.
I think I have.
What was mine again?
I don't know.
Just like do stuff that.
Was it intentionality?
Yeah, that's
I
part
think
of it.
part of it was like music.
Oh,
part of it?
music theory. That was also part of it. Yeah. Yeah, music theory did not happen. Intentionality is kind of an overall life goal, so that's an ongoing process. And it's going all right.
Hiking like less than a mile or less than 2 miles.
Oh, this is where you said it, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to pack that much.
Yeah, because we left the next day. That's funny.
Yeah.
Robbie and I were joking. This is more of a.
That's weird. It is more of a Robbie and Thomas adventure, but it does. The episode as a whole doesn't feel like that. Maybe it's just because we end all together.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Person party though.
Yeah, I wonder how it feels to our viewers, because actually to me it does feel Robbie and Thomas-ish. But I think that's because the hike out we were mostly hiking it. I don't know. That's so funny.
I can just imagine you guys editing this and be like, we'll keep this clip going a little longer.
I think you put a note there. You really good right now. Look how cozy Thomas looks in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Did I give him my blue chair, my REI chair to use, or is he just leaning on something?
I don't know.
Good question.
You remember?
Probably the chair.
I don't know.
I can't imagine.
Like, we were cracking up the way
I mean,
we are now.
just knowing Thomas, he's not really the kind of guy.
He
to just
wouldn't sit on the
bare
floor,
ground,
yeah.
Like that. I mean, like that. Like he wouldn't.
Yeah. That's true. I go, what a bizarre thing to say.
Our commentary is mimicking the exactly what's
like-
going on screen right now.
Yeah, it's like a mirror image. Like
Just
just
being like dumb.
goofing around around a glowing object. I don't think anyone could hear what Robby just said.
We're talking about peanut butter and jelly metaphors.
No. I mean, in real life, they couldn't hear him because he won. He was saying they're laughing and then our
It
laughing
doesn't matter.
is.
Sorry.
That's a good time lapse. That's so cool.
We got into our tent.
Yeah, that's
Did
actually
you?
really
Who got
cool.
that? Was that you?
That must have been me.
I remember setting that up actually, and I used a light to see some of the fog. But
I remember the first time we saw that, like a tent from the outside when it's lit on the inside.
That was
Way more
that was
clothes than I need for this
well,
temperature. I don't think there's any chance that I'm gonna get
I don't know.
cold to
I don't remember the first time we saw it, but
oh yeah, we intentionally did that. Just had him pop up.
I think the first episode we used it was Mammoth.
yeah. Well, I do distinctly remember you guys saying something.
Oh,
to me
yeah,
when
yeah,
we were at Mammoth.
We're gonna be toasty tonight.
Wow, memories. It's a green bean.
God, I can't wait to get out. So we're gonna film an episode this weekend, and just watching this is like getting me excited.
Every time I see that shot, I worry that the episode has restarted and gone back to the teaser.
2.7.
Disparity.
Well, we really front loaded it though, because we did 9.1 the first day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many miles did we do? Like, how many miles was it from here to the out? Because
Probably like 3 or 4, right?
It wasn't much. Yeah, maybe 4. 4 seems right.
I mean, that's
no
more
joke.
than I expected.
Yeah,
Me and Andrew
yeah.
did, to be honest. 2.7.
Do we have any drip coffee? We got those instant ones. We'll bring those for sure.
So this is what we call an enabler. Come join us. Nice and warm.
See, this is something actually that I've never really caught on to, is getting up early to have a cup of coffee. For me, it's just like, no, I'm just gonna stay in my sleeping bag. So like, when I got up, you guys like, you want the rest of this coffee? And I took a sip. It was just cold, bitter coffee, and I just threw it out. What the hell is this?
I don't want this trash. Yeah, this
So-
was a cool foggy morning.
I did not like this song. I wrote it, but I didn't like it. But it turned out okay, I guess.
Yeah,
The first draft was pretty bad. But
Somewhat limited.
I wanted to say also that the path leading to the campsite and leading to Hanson's Point was really cool, and I don't know if like it's been purposefully maintained that way, or if it's
Yeah.
just because of people constantly going through it.
I feel like it used to be thicker, right?
Yeah,
Like
I have to agree.
I remember things
Definitely
hitting my
when you
face.
guys first went through.
Well, when we first went through, we went off trail.
Oh, we did.
Remember, because we thought that we were supposed to keep going towards the
Even with
edge.
fog obscuring the view, the scale
It's
of
not
everything
in the.
was
It doesn't
incredibly
end up
impressive.
in the episode, I don't think. But we filmed some of it. There's some footage somewhere.
This is really awesome.
The good news, Brian, is that it's actually a short hike from a trailhead to here, from our trailhead, I think.
we were
Because I've done that before.
at the dawn of time,
Um,
or that we had climbed into some
So-
hidden heavenly realm.
even though it was foggy, and I couldn't really put it into words, but like just the silence, the like cool breeze, and
Yeah.
just the mysteriousness of it all came together and gave me this like this really weird feeling in me, like of just like
That's actually.
inner peace or something. Like that. It was really weird to describe.
You know, it's like those like, man, that fog looks cool. It's like those scenes in like Chinese movies where like some ancient philosophers on a mountaintop or something with like the
Yeah.
fog rolling around.
Yeah. So when you guys were like going on about like, oh man, it's too bad it's foggy, I was like, huh, this is actually, I'm not.
Yeah.
That's good.
about
I'm
it,
glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I gave that shot a lot of thought because
Is that
The foot one?
Is that you, Andrew?
yeah, that foot one. That was Thomas walking.
Oh.
For some reason, it just like I gave it a lot of thought. Like, oh, should I have him already be moving? Because he kind of like starts from a stop and.
You
Anyways,
mean
that-
you mean in the editing? or
Thomas'
in the
idea,
editing,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. When you first posted that shot, I was thinking it was
Headed
from
back to the
Grayson.
camp.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Soon
funny how
hiked out
they
past
both
the
had
old
that.
campsite.
Oh yeah, this part.
Yeah.
Guess it's the end
And
of the
yeah, I guess I don't know how many people actually caught it, but him and Andrew said the same thing, but they did not know they said it.
Yeah.
Which is why Robby reacted that way.
And I didn't
Yeah.
realize it either. I was like, what?
So, yeah, this song, I think everybody who's watched the original recognized this song. It was
Yeah.
definitely the perfect time to remake the song because, I think
has
we all
to be.
really liked the original, which is called Journey into the Unknown. but I've always felt that there was a lot more we could add to it. And so this one's called Journey into the Known. Oh no,
I think
Yes.
is it? I thought I might have changed it to like,
you changed it on
Journey
the album.
Beyond the Unknown or something.
Yeah.
I can check it right now.
I had finally gotten to experience Hanson's point.
Yeah, so you said it was different from the original, but for some reason I thought I was following the original, but
Yeah, you didn't
because like the first half is supposed to be pretty
much
yeah.
same as the original. Yeah, it's not exactly the same, but it's okay.
I just realized these episodes
Yeah, Journey Beyond the Unknown.
are exactly
That's a great shot.
the same way that nostalgia and rose-tinted glasses make memories, like it smooths off all the rough edges. Like watching this video, it's exactly the same for the actual experience. You know what I mean? Like the actual experience compared to this is the same as a memory compared to
Well,
your.
it's funny you say that because so there was one time where I went back to Red River Gorge with a friend, and the hike from like
Oh, really?
I don't know, the hike towards like Gray's Arch,
Remember at the time.
and then maybe like it was way longer than I had remembered because the original episode was like edited down.
Yeah.
So like from the wooden steps to Gray's Arch, there was a lot in between, and I was like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah.
That's such a cool. I'm glad we actually did this part pretty justice.
Yeah.
Didn't we
And on top
sit
of
here
that,
and eat
so much of this place
like
had changed.
cheese and crackers?
Trees had grown or fallen
The
over,
first trip?
and stones
Yeah.
had been
You're
carved
thinking
out
of
the sand.
Daniel Boone.
Oh, am I?
There was a similar, yeah.
Oh, okay. In the previous time we went, this was
Yeah.
just a slick rock.
Yeah.
And
There's a
there was
shot.
There's a
path.
shot
Yeah.
of us trying to get up it, and now
Yeah.
so they just carved gigantic steps into it.
Yeah, because we went around it.
Yeah.
I'm also surprised you remember there were chestnut boleats here.
Yep.
Like you,
Chestnut boleats?
you specifically said.
There's something.
Just remember it very clearly for some reason.
I guess because it's in the episode. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
You know what's funny about that orange peel?
So much can change
Is that
over the
in
course
the
of
original episode 2, there's a
grow
point where
alongside
there's a little
the earth
orange thing on the
and
ground
nature
that looks like a
around us.
mushroom, and it was an orange
Oh,
peel.
really?
Yeah.
Huh. It was the same orange peel.
Well, that was when we met the guys who did the shout out at the end.
Oh, right.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was-
Oh,
it was
right,
around
right,
that area. It was
right, right.
after
Yeah,
Gray's
no,
Arch.
I remember
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
It was Mike. Was that guy's name Mike?
Just how much we have in common with
Might
each
be.
other,
Yeah.
and how
I
our
forgot his
own
name.
uniqueness
But man, he did such a great job.
Yeah.
Just impromptu
Yeah, yeah.
shout out. I was
He
like,
might-
wow.
Like it's like you've heard Toastmasters, people who do public speaking.
Oh no.
It's like he was like so natural and like calm, just the way, like the way he spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Toastmasters like a
It's a public speaking
club or
type
something?
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it was literally just right here.
Yeah, somehow we missed it. I think the foliage was a little thicker.
Foliage.
Yeah, that's clear as a day when you're. Oh, that's a cool shot.
It seems true maturity is realizing that life is not about being better than others.
Oh, so also the narration here is sort of a, I think, sort of a callback to the original too.
Aim to become better. But not
Oh,
so
I
we
added
can
that
later
it seems
as tempting as that
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
because it sounded too preachy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to soften it.
I love me some preaching. No, yeah, that was good.
Because like I always want people to know that these narrations are always talking to ourselves.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's
yeah.
always
That's-
preaching to ourselves. Like this is what I want to be doing.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Cause like, yeah, it sounds like we're talking down to people,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like it's us having a dialogue with ourselves and how we
Yeah.
can make ourselves better.
Yeah.
So is this exactly the same as the shot as we did before,
Real similar.
or is it from the what's the other shot from the other side?
We did a shot from the other side too, but this
has the
is-
wide angle, too.
Yeah. When we're walking up, it's the same angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And this is a much wider angle, yeah, so you
Yeah.
can kind of get a
Yeah,
better
yeah.
sense of scale. I don't think we ever do a shot from the other side like we did in the first episode.
That's cool seeing that water drop.
Yeah.
It almost looks like
Everybody has
dust.
their own individual journey.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's as close as we got to the other side.
And conditions.
I never realized how impressive that scale was in that shot.
But it's when we take these unique
I was gonna say,
experiences
wow,
and
it
what
was
we
raining a
gain
lot
from
harder
them
than I remember.
and
but
apply
then
them
it's-
to the community.
It's cool. That water was like
that we
trickling
become
off
truly
that branch.
fulfilled.
Those stairs were still as
Yeah.
daunting as ever.
They're like super steep.
Yeah.
It's like very tiring going up something that steep.
Mhm.
It almost feels like running up it
Here.
would be.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
where
that's
that
where he
orange
did the
peel-
shot
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Orange peel was.
But as a means to become a better
Wow, I don't
person to
remember
others,
being able to see the arch so
that's
clearly.
when our individual self can truly begin to ascend to a higher level.
Yeah, that's great.
Captain's
AJ Blankman. Yeah.
Thank you, AJ.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
good
should
job.
put that in the actual credits next time or something. Man, AJ Blankman.
Yeah, we should just give him a shout out. We should do one of the creative shout outs for him.
We should get his contact info.
He's on Patreon.
Oh, so the very end of this trip, it started ice raining, right?
Oh yeah, there. Yep.
Yep. And so what happened was that we took shelter under here, and Robby just gunned it to the car.
How far was that?
It wasn't very far.
I remember you got back really quickly.
But I ran.
Yeah.
So the worry was not that we were getting ran on; it was like the roads, right? We were worried about the road conditions. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. Like we could have hiked normal speed all the way back to the car just fine because we were done with the hike. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess he doesn't recognize AJ didn't recognize the reference there, but that's we gonna ride a convoy.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't she a beautiful sight? Because it said calm voice.
It really starts to smell like wet dog. So where are the dogs here?
And so this is Skybridge Station, right? This is what Ron recommended?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This place is good, but really expensive.
The atmosphere was amazing, though.
Yeah,
Like,
amazing
Great atmosphere.
I remember
And it was really warm.
Yeah.
like you know that feeling you get when you get to a save point after beating a boss. That's what it felt like walking in there. Like just the wave of comfort. I don't know.
So some of these subtitles must be auto-generated or something.
Said seat swamp.
Yeah, what we actually said was, why is this seat warm?
Yeah.
He said, it's just your butt is cold. But it turns out there was a register right underneath the table.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and the
You got so close.
one lens was so fogged up.
Yeah.
So it looks a lot foggier inside than it actually was.
Wait, did one of you guys go upstairs?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I worked with a guy named Takeshi, and I can't remember what his last name was, but Kanamori wasn't it, but...
Classic.
Thomas, every chance he gets after camping, immediately changes clothes.
Yeah.
He immediately...
Okay, I gotta say there. So, my nonchalance for thanking Ron there was because I had no idea who you guys were.
Yeah, we still didn't
thought,
really have
I
the
was
full
just like,
context.
okay, so you met some guy named Ron. Yeah. I didn't realize he's like a huge fan and like was like following our channel. So I
I
apologize.
thought it was just like a dude who was like, here, have my leftovers.
It doesn't come across as you being nonchalant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those were so amazingly cold. I got the diet one too. For
Yeah,
some reason.
those actually were at the point of freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
so
like
the minute Andrew like tapped his on the table, it
Dude, we
started
didn't get any
freezing up.
good shots
It's
of
a
just the
great
hot
texture.
dogs by themselves, did we?
Oh, I don't know. I guess not.
I find that hard
Look
to
at
believe
that
we
dribble.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
a big quesadilla.
Yeah, again, Thomas always like shocks me with how much he's capable of eating.
He can't
He had
eat.
didn't he have 2 hot dogs and a quesadilla?
I don't know.
Your friend has big appetite.
I'm definitely the crazy person when it comes to eating. I'm always like, we gotta eat, I'm hungry. But I cannot put it down like him.
Yeah,
like,
I know, it's crazy.
Like especially in a single sitting.
I feel like I could. I just choose not to.
I feel I would like feel so
I feel bad after.
afterwards.
Yeah.
So. Oh, and then not Ron, Thomas stayed behind because he had to use the bathroom.
What, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. He was there for a long time too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because I remember he like texted us when he finally left. Or
Whoa,
something.
wait.
And then it snowed, and then as we got north, it progressively got snowier.
Yeah.
Oh, you and him rendezvoused. So you and him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, we did.
Wow, I don't remember him staying behind to use the bathroom. I love
Man,
this shout-out
great
so much.
shout out. Yeah. Where'd you get that belt?
It's from an old cowboy.
So a long time ago when I was working at Applebee's, I dressed up as John Marston for Halloween.
Oh.
And
It's not such a bad thing.
And I don't know why they let me, but I had like a BB gun strapped to my back. And I
Well,
bought,
that was
I
a
bought
while
bunch
ago.
Of I bought a bunch of cheap belts so that I could kind of like strap it around me and like have like one around my waist.
Yeah.
That
Man,
so-
you could not do that now.
Yeah, I know. I brought it in under a towel. And I was like, "Is this okay if I wear this on my back?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay."
That subtitle said tangled instead of dangle. But yeah, it said dingle. Originally,
I wonder if he got all that. Like if he wrote all that, that's pretty good.
Originally, I was gonna have me be Boomhauer and you be Hank, but I was like, no, Brian's gonna be able to do the voice.
So what did you mess up about this? You said you messed this one up?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the American Hiking Association of America, because that's the joke in the Dodgeball movie. It's the American Association of Dodgeball Association or something, or of America. Because like American Association of Dodgeball of America.
Okay, and then why did you blur out the sides?
I just wanted people seeing the little weird books I have. But also, I did kind of want to check to see if it gave it a depth of field type.
It did a little bit. This one was great.
Yeah, yeah.
So
the shot, beautiful.
I choreographed this.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Nice.
This is actually based off, loosely based off a scene in an old kung fu movie called Prodigal Son. No, Warriors 2.
Laughing so hard at this scene because it's like, hold out your hands, and they just drop
We just had a spill.
Shout out as always to the ones.
Hold out your fingers. John, you know why you couldn't catch it?
Because you dropped it too quickly.
Dropped it immediately before you were ready.
How's Duncan doing? Is he doing better?
Tough man, but this too
I
shall
think
pass.
last they said that he's doing all right.
That's good. That's good.
Did they say?
Well,
Did they send a message to us? Check
For the
Patreon.
record, we're not getting paid.
I don't know. We probably shouldn't air all their business. I just hope they're doing well.
Did you really have to do that right then?
Okay, wait. So after this does the no?
Oh. No, the narration thing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. When did
No,
we do
that's in the bloopers, I think. It's at the end of the bloopers.
Oh.
We can pull that up right now.
No, it's all right.
I'm going to pull it up.
Oh, we did that last night.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to pull it up.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
Well, we can end it and then I'll pull it. I just want to watch it.
Okay. Okay. Well, any final thoughts on that episode?
I don't know. Well, huh? Go
I
ahead.
just thought it was cool to go back
Yeah.
and kind of relive a lot of the paths we took. So it was well worth it.
It's a good time. All right.
Do my trademark slow motion.
Well, that does it for this commentary, I think, right?
Yeah, okay, thank you for
Talking about
watching.
that dang old commentary.
Dang
talking
old,
about
yeah,
the Red
dang
River
old
Gorge.
Red River Gorge.
Patreon. All right. Have a good one, everybody.